Hey guys, welcome back to a brand new video. On today's video, this is a different type of video. This is going to be the very first podcast that I actually going to do. I'm super excited to do this, so if you guys actually enjoy this, don't forget to smash that like button, hit that subscribe button if you're not subscribed, hit that bell button because it notifies you every single time we release brand new videos, and I'll be also uploading this to Spotify when I figure out how to do it. So I hope you guys enjoy this. If you guys don't know, I love answering a whole bunch of you guys' questions regarding business, regarding my brands, regarding everything I do on the side. And actually at the end of the day, I really made this YouTube channel so I'm actually able to give back to the community and give back to you guys. So if you guys could take something from this video, this podcast, and actually implement it in your life, I will highly appreciate that. Tell me, comment anything you guys want to know or anything that actually did help you with this video. So let's start off with the first question by a subscriber. This question here is by Daniel Arendez. Hey Hao, in the past you've mentioned that you first started KOKAINE, you sat on stock for a while. How did you manage financially during that time, considering you spent heaps of money starting a business? Okay, honestly, the first season of KOKAINE was nothing but printed tees. I bought a whole bunch of random stuff and just got it printed. Had really no marketing behind it. I really didn't even know what I was doing. I was learning on the fly. And actually, like I said, that when the Blossom jumpers came out, that's where KOKAINE really started to pop off. And that's where the major hype was. And then I was just giving stuff away for free. So anyone who purchased a Blossom hoodie, the OG Blossom hoodie, would have received something randomly for free. How did I manage my finances? Just because I was actually still working, so I did have a stable income and I saved a decent amount of money and put that aside to actually start KOKAINE. So when I started the business, I already expected it not to do so well because I didn't have any experience in the clothing industry. I didn't have that much brand awareness, nor did I have a following as of yet. And I was just sort of banking on my friends to support me for the first 6 months to a year. And I honestly hate to say this. Your families and friends can only support you for so long. Like, they're there, but I wouldn't recommend banking on it, just because like there's only so much they can do. So like they might buy one t-shirt, they might buy 2 jumpers, but then if you're looking to release every single month or every single 2 months, that's a lot of money asking from your family and friends. So I would highly recommend trying to do some social media marketing and also some hard marketing to actually push your brand prior or even whilst you're creating your brand. If I had to turn back time and actually like start it all over again, I would definitely document the brand before releasing it, like the procedures that I took from buying the t-shirts to actually even just getting them printed, trying to find a printer to get them printed, finding how to use Photoshop, how to, like what designs will be hot. I had no idea what I was doing. If I honestly think that I documented all of that, I would have done better than just releasing the brand straight on my personal Facebook. Like I had no idea about anything like pages. I had no idea about like sponsoring posters or ads or boost posting or anything like that whatsoever. I hope that answers your question. Next question is from Henry Gamer 836 a cookie. When starting a business, what should you focus more on? Honestly, I would focus on your business plan. Like at the end of the day, for me, I try to make my business plans as identical as possible. So I use the same rules, same marketing strategies, same everything throughout all my different types of business. All I replace is whatever, like just say, I just replace the word KOKAINE with the word, my next business is vending machines. And then my next business was sneaker laundry and whatnot. So be sure that your your business plan is up to scratch and you actually understand everything about your business before going ahead. So you really even need to think that, why hasn't someone done this? Is there a hole that you can actually fill with your brand, whatever you're trying to sell? You just gotta, like, for example, I'll give a good example that I'm actually going to be opening up a brand new vending machine business, and vending machines have been around for God knows how long now, and like that alone seems like a bad business idea. But then you gotta understand, does your products Does your social media, does your marketing, does anything else really differ you from a brand, or what's the norm? And the thing that I want to be sure about is that no one can come in and literally just spend money and duplicate what I've done. So it needs to be something that money can't buy. Like, for example, I said this before, that the Sneaker Laundry, we are a cleaning and restoration service for sneakers and shoes, period, right? There's no reason why Foot Locker, Nike, Platypus, Hype DC turn around one day to their CEOs and just be like, hey, we saw this idea, it's a great idea, we already sell shoes, why don't we clean them as well? The problem with that is we have knowledge. Knowledge is something that you cannot purchase, you cannot buy. We know what products to use. We're doing the product development. We're sitting there seeing what goes bad and what goes good. Like, people just think, oh yeah, you can just throw it in a wash. It doesn't work that way. We all, what would be the word? We all had some sort of input into the business that money cannot replace. Like, for example, my business is in my mind. So like, my strategies and what I think that will make things good makes it irreplaceable. So that's one major key that I would like people to focus on more before opening a business. And saying this as well, and I'm just gonna straight up contradict myself, but just open the bloody damn business. Just fucking do it. Like, literally just do it. If you have planned your finances correctly and you have a stable income, you have a stable job, you have money saved aside, and you've put 10 to 15 grand into this business, the worst is going to happen is that you're going to come out with more knowledge than you came into it. You will learn way more and understand way more, and then that means your next following business adventure will actually be better. Like, it's funny because the terminologies that I'm using is very basic. I could use bigger business terms and whatnot, but I really want to cater to a crowd so you guys can understand it. Like, a lot of people don't know what your ROIs are. Like, no one knows what SEOs are, and you got to sit there and Google it and whatnot. But I want to be really just straightforward, that you guys just need to go out there and just fucking do it. Just straight up, just do it. Like, time is on your side. If you have patience, you can grow a business. You can sit there and just hack at it every single day, every single hour, every single minute. Just hack at the business. Because whilst other people are sleeping, you're working. That means you're working harder than that other person, and you will sooner or later become better than that person or better than that business and strive. Like, knowledge is the key. Like, I came into the business game actually not knowing as much as I do now. I worked a lot of retail jobs prior, and like, this is when I was really, really young, and a lot of things I just didn't understand. I was like, why do you need this? Why is my manager being this? Or why are they saying this and X and Y and Z? And now I totally understand it. Being a boss, being a manager, being a person that owns a business, it's all about understanding and actually, like, really, really, really understanding. Like, that knowledge is key of business. I hate to say this. Next question is from Unfamous. Also, you talk about passive income. Sparked a question. Do you invest in stocks? Okay, passive income for me. Number one, I do not believe in like the artificial passive income, as in like real estate and banking, investments and whatnot, because they are all owned by private companies and whatnot. Like, what happens, I know this is not going to happen anytime soon, but what happens the day that ANZ just goes down the drain, their business liquidates, and then all your money's gone? Like, what then? And then, like, for example, another thing is that I don't believe in real estate, because prices of houses can fluctuate all the time, depending on where you buy, this and that. There's just so many like variables to it. And at the same time, I'd rather invest, just say for example, a down payment of a house is like 30 to 40 grand, right? And then you have to borrow $350,000, $400,000 to pay the rest of the house. And then technically someone is going to say in the comments below, I'm just going to rent it out. Right, cool. I totally understand that. But pretend if you put that 30 to 40 grand into a business that you can understand, and you can create a better like growth out of that than real estate, and actually have something to learn and knowledge beside like actually gain knowledge from it, I would personally, if I had a few $1 million just laying around, that's the only time, the only time that I would invest in real estate, because it's more of something that you just put in the back burner. And like when people talk about passive income in real estate, it's like the statistics are there, like straight up. How many Australians actually own over more than like one house or two houses? I'm pretty sure it's like 7% of Australian population people only own more than two houses. Like, what's the real chance of someone doing that? Like passive income enough to buy two houses. People can just keep flipping houses or reinvesting in houses, but actually owning them outright, that would take you, just say on a normal salary, 30 years. Like, why wouldn't you want to work hard for 3 to 5 years, build a business, flip the business for like $1 to $3 million and just invest 30 grand into it? Like, there's so many other options. And I'm not saying that don't do it. I'm just saying, on my personal opinion, that I just don't believe in property investment as passive income. Answering the question as well, do you invest in stocks? No, I used to dabble in it. And I'll brutally say this, I'm a greedy person. So I was very fast and like, I just wanted to sell it. Oh, I'm making money. I'm just gonna sell it. I'm gonna sell it. Stocks is a very patient game, and you're gonna be very smart about it. And you're gonna understand the market. You're gonna actually understand the world. You gotta actually understand what is going on with the world and what countries are doing what, and then what to actually invest in. There is a market out there, because there are people who make millions of dollars off investing stocks. So, you know what? I don't do it. Would I love to do it? I would probably dabble in it again, knowing that my knowledge now and how non-greedy and more patient I am now. You know what? I just lied. Like, I probably still wouldn't do it. I really still feel like stocks, investments, like all of that, like, it's just a gamble. Like, you have zero control over it. You literally have zero control over it. You're giving your money up to someone and hoping they will make money back for you. That is the bottom line. That is the actual bottom line of all of that. You give money to the bank, hoping the bank doesn't go bankrupt or like their business doesn't bust. Like, pretend if you invested into like a bank that you never heard of and you have like 100 million there, and you're like, cool, I'm expecting like a 3% return every annual year, and then they go bust. What happens with your money then? Like, there's no control. I don't know, maybe I'm a control freak. Maybe like I like just to be in control, which definitely means I'm a control freak. But I like to just blame myself and keep myself at all responsibilities. Like, I want to like hold myself accountable. That's probably the best word to say for it. I like to hold myself accountable for all my money moves. So if no one can like touch it, no one can just be like, you know what? We're going to close our business today. That means you lose $1 million. No, I just don't want that. Damien Wan asks, when going on pop-up tour, how much are your expenses roughly, including plane tickets, food, transports, and etc.? So if you guys don't know, I own a clothing brand. It's actually called KOKAINE. Spells KOKAINE.com.au. Follow us on Instagram. We're actually doing a pop-up tour really soon. What people don't understand, like retail-wise, if you don't own a business, for me, this is common sense, but pop-ups are not worth it for me. I hate to say this, like I'm gonna, like, if you're looking on pen and paper, it's not worth it for me. Brand awareness, definitely worth it for me. Brand exposure, social media posts, I'm gonna say it straight up, it's a dick measuring competition, and if I had to measure my dick, it would be by my pop-ups, because then it's a physical thing that people can see, people go to, people touch, feel, experience. That's what I want to bring to my crowd and my people who purchase my goods. And the expenses roughly though, so just say I'll give you guys a quick example of my last tour. So we did Melbourne, Sydney, Adelaide, Perth. Am I missing Melbourne, Sydney, Adelaide, Perth, and Brisbane? So all 5 major cities in Australia. So Melbourne, we actually did it at Sneaker Bash, and Sneaker Bash was obviously a event that me and Edwin from Secret Sneaker Store actually ran as well. What people don't know behind the scenes, it cost us about $30,000 to actually run that event. Did we make money? No. Did we break even? Yes. Was it worth it? Definitely was worth it. We got our exposure through, it was just direct marketing. Like, there was no other way to curate the marketing by making a freaking festival that is based around hypebeasts, sneakerheads, people who like clean shoes, people who like cool clothes, people who buy that stuff. We were able to pull through 1,400 people and curated the market and just fit them all in 4 walls. We fit them in 4 walls and smashed down their throats Secret Sneaker Store, KOKAINE, and the Sneaker Laundry. It was a huge marketing gimmick for me. I never wanted to make any money out of it. Money was just the extra. But what it really was brand exposure, brand awareness, and the easiest way to infiltrate, penetrate. I'm going to call it penetrate the market. Because if people didn't know about the Sneaker Laundry prior, we've sort of just put everyone in a box that likes all the same things, have the same interests, and be like, hey, this is the Sneaker Laundry. We clean shoes and we restore them. Have you not heard of KOKAINE? This is what we do. We do a Japanese influence brand, and if you haven't heard about Edwin and Secret Sneaker Store, it's a consignment store. That was the pan. That was the end. Like, that was the very, very top tier goal. Everything else was a bonus. So that cost us 30 grand. The setup alone, if you guys went to the Sneaker Bash festival, sorry, my brain's just dying right now. I'm actually so excited to do this podcast. You guys don't understand. Like, I always wanted to really, really sit down and break all this down and sort of just explain it to you guys, so people will just have a better knowledge of what I do, how I do it, and how it gets done. Because, like, I'm always busy, and like, no one knows why I'm always busy. Like, what is he actually fucking doing? Does he actually work? Okay, so the setup for the actual KOKAINE pop-up, we did I think eight false walls. So building the false walls, so that was about $500. Painting everything, $100. Then dipping all the skateboards, doing all the crazy pink, dipping the Yeezys right here in pink, all the stock and stuff like that. I'm gonna round it up to about 2 or 3 grand just for the setup. False floors as well. We did false floors as well. Just the setup alone, as in like what you guys physically saw, was about $2,000 give or take. So I'm probably like $32,000 deep already for this Melbourne pop-up. Then paying for staff, paying for to my own personal time. What people don't understand is that I really, really can't like push this anymore, that you need to include your time. Like, you can't just be like, yeah, cool, I'm gonna sell this cup, right, for $2, but I buy it at $1. That doesn't mean you made $1. No, like, your time of actually sitting down, finding the supplier, finding where it comes from, packing it, sending it, and everything. You need to cater your time, because your time is worth money. Like, maybe at the start, you're doing it all for just exposure and stuff like that, but sooner or later you really need to be like, hey, my time is worth this much, I'm gonna up my price. And that's how it's going to go sooner or later for KOKAINE as well. Because me packing 500 orders, I'm just going to hire someone. Because my time now to pack 500 orders is just like, it's just not going to work. Like, I'm not saying we do 500 orders, but I'm just saying when it comes to that point of 500 orders, every single drop, I'm just going to hire someone. Because I'm not going to spend 2 or 3 days, 7 hours a day just doing that, because I have 5 other businesses to run. So just said the Melbourne pop-up, yeah, just... Oh, actually, I'll give you guys a better example. So we did a pop-up in Collins Street. That Collins Street's pop-up, for only 8 hours only, the rental of that spot was $2,400. So $2,400 just for rental. Popping it all up, this is probably a smarter way, cost me about $4,000. For Sydney, just say if I fly to Sydney, this current Sydney pop-up, we're actually going to be hiring a spot. The spot's about $800 per day. We're going to hire for 2 days, so we can go in, pop up, sort of just build our pop-up. I don't know what we're going to build yet, so I'm going to give like a leeway or a threshold of maybe $2,000. So I'm looking at, 2.5 already, and then we'll look at tickets for me and Philly. So return as well. So maybe $200 per ticket. So that's $400 there. So we're looking at nearly $3,000 already. And then I'm just going to justify $200 for food. So that's 3.2. And then when we get there, we also car hire. We car hire for 2 days. And people are like, oh, you can just catch public transport. And, okay, I understand that. Like, I understand there's better ways around it. But the conveniency level of having a car and being able to just drive to Bunnings if I need to buy something, and driving to like freaking Autobahn if I need something from there, or freaking IKEA or whatnot, makes life so much easier than wasting time. Because time is precious. And like the amount of time that I sort of limit myself to actually do these pop-ups, I need as much time as possible. Anyway, so we're looking at cars, rental car, flights and hiring of whatnot. And then on top of that, if I have to hire stuff and sending my stock up there. If I don't drive, I have to send my stock up there. And if you guys... Oh my God, my burp is insane. If you guys know anything about shipping stuff, it costs a lot of money to actually ship things out. So pretty much in a nutshell, like anywhere that we pop up, it's going to cost us maybe like $2,000 to $3,000 every single time. And we're not walking away with 20 grand every single pop-up. So even if we walk away with 10 grand, you're gonna minus the 3 grand worth of cost and expenses, and then you're gonna minus what it actually cost us for the products. We're not walking away with a lot of money at all, like whatsoever. It'll be smarter for me, I hate to say this, it's actually smarter for me to just drop it up online. If you had to put like it in a ledger and sort of just did like all the normal calculations and being very anal about it, pop-ups, yeah, doesn't work. Like if you're not out there to actually just build your brand and whatnot, I would not recommend it. It is a big head fuck. Like to me, like when it's pop-up season, I'm just heads down and just ready to work. Like that's the only way that you gotta go. Anyway, next question. Jenny Bub, what's the most rewarding part about being a business entrepreneur? Also want to know if you had any failures throughout your journey on building KOKAINE, how you overcome them. Can't wait to hear this podcast. I'm so fucking excited for this podcast. And I really feel like this first episode is going to go for like 30 minutes. And if you guys have time to watch it, I appreciate it. And like you guys want to skim through it, by all means. But this right here, this podcast right here, like I said from the very beginning, it's for you guys to understand my experiences, to understand what I went through, and if you guys can learn from it, or if you guys want to get hints and tips from it. Because it's like, I honestly wish I could watch how Supreme was made. I really wish I could sit down and watch vlogs about Nego making vape. I really wish I could see how Adidas was made, how Nike was made. Like, I really want that. I truly wish there was something like Bobby Hundreds sitting down showing you the rise and fall of the Hundreds, the brand. Like, it blows my mind why no one else is really documenting this, because there's kids out there, there's people like me wanting to create something and need a platform for them to actually help, rather than the simple answer of, like, I hate to say this is like 80% of my answers. If anyone asks me, do you know something or do you know how to do something, just fucking Google it. Like, Googling it can take it so far, but experience wise and actually like one-on-one time like this is very, very rare. Anyway, what's the most rewarding part? I can pat my dog anytime I fucking want. I can pick up my phone. I can go see my parents. I can go play basketball whenever I want. The flexibility, really, like, able to do what I want and understand that I'm okay. I think that's it. Like the bottom line is, like, you need to work hard. You need to be hungry at all times. You need to be like turned on and switched on and understanding of everything. But then the great side is that you don't answer to anyone. You are what your mistakes are. You are held accountable for everything you do. If you don't eat tomorrow, it's your fault. It's not your boss's fault for not paying you. It's your fault for not working. And it's crazy. That's the most rewarding part, that I'm able to blame myself. I'm able to be able to, like, I'm able to be held accountable for everything that I do. I'm able to shoot a basketball whenever the fuck I want. I'm able to sit down and do a 30-minute podcast and not care and not be so stressed out that whatever's gonna happen or the world's gonna end or anything like that. It's freedom. It's true freedom. Like it's the ability to do what you want at any time you want, work the hours that you want to work, and you see the results. That's the best thing about it. You see results. It's like going to the gym for 3 years non-stop and then realizing that you have an 8-pack. Like, and you got mad ripped body. But like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I've actually never thought of this. I never actually thought, what's the most rewarding thing about this? And this is fucking it. This is literally it. Me being able to do whatever the fuck I want, feeling like I can do this, and everything's okay. Yeah. Any failures throughout your journey building cocaine and how you overcame them? I have a problem, you guys should know this by now, is that I like to be in control. I like to be the head honcho over everything. I always have to have the last say in everything. And I also like to do everything on my own. I sort of came from a background of an immigrants. So my parents came here, didn't understand one word of English. And a lot of your parents probably are in the same boat. Like, because our parents came over here, I'm going to speak for myself. My parents came over here not understanding one word of English, able to get a job and able to feed me and do what they do for me, right? So the way I see my failures is that if my parents can do that, I'm really not failing at anything. I'm just not doing a great job at anything, if that makes any sense whatsoever. Like, my parents were able to go to a country that they had no idea anything about the economy, what the money meant, what any social, anything, just anything. They didn't know nothing, right? So if I fail at, wow, this is a really deep, like, this has gone 0 to 100 real quick. But what I'm pretty much trying to say is that my parents have taught me that failure is not something that you have. It's something. It's the mentality that you see in yourself. That is that really like something you're failing at, or is it a learning experience? I've had a lot of learning experiences. Then, yeah, I've had a shitload of learning experiences then. But how I overcame my learning experience is that I held myself accountable for everything. I held myself accountable that cocaine wasn't doing really well for the first 3 years. I was sitting on stock. I was making no money. I was actually in like a really bad time of my life as well. I just got out of a relationship and I was struggling with that at the same time. Yeah, I just blamed myself. I really, really blamed myself. And I was like my brother was working a 9-to-5 job. My parents were still working really hard. And everyone just gave me the green light to do whatever the fuck I wanted to do. And I sort of was like, I need to do better than this. Like, this isn't where things were supposed to be. Like the first 3 years of cocaine was really, really hard. Like, no one really saw the grind. Like, the only people that really saw it, or the only person that really saw what I did was Philly. Like Philly can sit here and tell you guys that I didn't sleep for 3 days. I didn't sleep for 5. I had really bad, like, insomnia. Like, I slept for maybe 2 or 3 hours a night. And I was just constantly grinding for this. And it's insane for me to come full circle and be able to tell this story like the way that I'm able to tell it now, because no one really sees this or hears this through the vlogs, and it's just like, it was a hard time. Like, it was honestly goddamn, it was a hard time. Like, I struggled. I freaking struggled. And it's like, having immigrant parents, it was like, what are you doing with your life now? Like, what are you actually trying to do? Like, I wasn't a doctor, I wasn't an accountant, I wasn't something that they could be proud of. And it was just like, I had a lot of stress. I had a lot of I was going through some crazy shit then. Yeah, I had a lot of best friends passed away and stuff like that. And it was just, I held myself accountable for it all. I literally blamed myself. Like, it sounds really disgusting at the same time, but I sort of put myself at the forefront of it all, held myself accountable, and wanted to turn it all around. And I knew the only way that I would turn it all around was by working harder and smarter. Actually working smarter. Like, I don't believe in working harder. I really don't. I believe in working smarter and understanding your time and actually managing it correctly and getting things done. And I really wanted to just put numbers on the board. That's what I really wanted to do. And I think that was one of the hardest things. Actually taking cocaine to the next level and making it something that I was proud of. And I overcome it by blaming myself. Yeah, that's my personal opinion. Sorry, guys. I actually screenshotted some question. Man, those questions got me in those feels. Damn, goddamn. Instagram SWC53. Have you really got time to make a podcast? No, I don't. But I really want to do this for you guys and let you guys see what I've been through and understand and learn something from it and really just take away something, at least. Take away 10% of what I've said and learn something from it and grow that 10% to 100% of knowledge. That's all I want. Really, at the end of the day, I want to be able to help people. I want to be able to make someone else succeed as much as I supposedly have succeeded. I still feel like I'm running. I still feel like I'm still in it. I'm definitely not even 1/10 or 1/1,000,000th close to my goals yet. And this is one of my goals right here, to actually like help people. And I hope this help does help people and make people understand where I'm coming from. And yeah. Actually, this is gonna be the last question because this is going on for a while now. But AZZAGAZZA. I'm not even gonna bother trying to pronounce that username. What does the future look like for cocaine? If you guys are watching this, like you guys would see that. Oh well, I don't even want to say it. Like, future of cocaine for me right now is that I said it on the vlog. I said that the brand needs to sort of evolve. This is the evolution of cocaine right now. My next drop is definitely the evolution of cocaine. Because like I said, I've gone through so much and I feel like now it's the best time for me to be able to put my heart on my sleeve and put it onto social media and be like, hey, like this is what cocaine is supposed to be. It was a brand that I was supposed to be really, really happy and held responsible for, and actually was super proud of it. I'm not saying I'm not proud of it now. Like, I'm definitely not saying that. I'm saying that I want to be screaming from the top of my lungs that, yeah, I fucking own this dumbass brand name called cocaine and I'm doing bloody well on it. Like, that's what I want to be able to do. But I'm not saying I can't do it now. I'm just saying that the things that I did in the past was not a true representation of me. It was more of a way that I was able to market myself and able to be, it was more of a marketing move, more of a social move, more of a, there's things in life what you guys don't understand. Just, I'll give you a good example, like Kanye. Kanye is probably the best example. A lot of people think his first 3 albums were the best albums that he ever did. I personally think 808 Heartbreak is my favorite Kanye album, just because he was able to do what he liked and he was able to he had full control of his own creativity, and that's how I feel like I need to, that's the future for cocaine right now. That I've always had full control of creativity, but I felt like I had to please people the whole time that I was creating cocaine. Like, I had to do the simple box logos, I had to do the blossoms, I had to do whatever, everything that people sort of knew me for. I felt like people put me in a box and I was like, I don't want to be in this box anymore. And that's why the change of logo, like the logo is more of a grunge, like a Metallica, more of like we are the modern day generation that's gonna change the world, and that's how I see cocaine right now. Then that's the future of it, as in like I want to be able to keep evolving into something that is a part of me, rather than it's just a brand. Like people don't understand that. I really want cocaine to be a lifestyle. It's the lifestyle of understanding what clothing really does to you, like what clean shoes really do to you, like a new t-shirt. Trust me, guys, if I become super rich, and I became really bougie, the only bougie thing I freaking want is brand new socks every single day. That's all I want. All I want is brand new socks every single day, because the feeling of brand new socks is incredible. I want a brand new pair every single day. That feeling I want for people when they purchase my clothes. And I want to be happy to say, like, I used to never go up to people and go, I like the bum bag that you're wearing, and it's my brand. And I don't do it because I'm a fucking asshole or like I want to be a big egotistic idiot. It's just, I actually like it. I actually look at that person. I'm like, thank you. I respect you. I really like how you're wearing the bag, and I visually like it. Like, I'm actually happy and content with it. That's the future of freaking cocaine. Man, I should have done podcasts earlier. This really like allows you guys to actually understand what's going through my mind, how I actually really talk. Because like, I hate to say it, like, there's not much I can really say on the vlogs, because I can sit here and talk about business all day. Like, all freaking day. 40 minutes fucking long. Anyway, guys, I appreciate you guys. Hope you guys actually enjoyed this first time. Let me know what I shouldn't and shouldn't be doing. I'm going to let you guys know I'm not going to not swear, because I swear all the time. And I hope you guys are okay with that. And if you're not, then start swearing. I don't know. Thank you guys. I appreciate you guys. If you guys follow me, please subscribe. If you're not subscribed, subscribe. I said that already. Hit the follow button. That's the same thing as the subscribe button. Okay, cool. Bell button notifies you every single time we release brand new videos. I'll speak to you guys soon. And if you guys have any questions whatsoever, and if I didn't reply to your questions, I'm sorry. Just smash those questions down below. I appreciate every single one of you guys. And like I said from the very beginning, I really, really hope this, like, really just resonates with that one person. I don't care if I get a fucking million views and that one thing that I said in this video changed one person's life. That is exactly the whole point of this podcast, of this sit down talk. That took 40 freaking minutes. I need to get out of here. I'll speak to you guys soon. Thank you.